Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TempcoderTech, the channel where we dive deep into Sysadmin, Bash, PowerShell, Python, and SQL. I'm Mike, your host, and today, we're taking our Bash scripting skills to the next level with a focus on loops. Loops are incredibly powerful tools in scripting, and by the end of this video, you'll be a loop master. So, let's not waste any more time and jump right into it. In this section, we'll cover the basics of loops in Bash scripting. Loops allow you to repeat a set of commands multiple times, which is super useful for automating tasks. Let's start with the two main types of loops in Bash, the for loop and the while loop. Here's a simple for loop example that prints numbers from 1 to 5. This code demonstrates a for loop in Bash, which is used for repeating a set of commands a specific number of times. In this example, the loop is set up to execute a command that prints numbers from 1 to 5. And here's an example of a while loop that accomplishes the same task. This code demonstrates a while loop in Bash, which is used for repeating a set of commands as long as a certain condition is met. In this example, the loop is set up to execute a command that prints numbers from 1 to 5. Now that you're familiar with the basics, we'll dive into some advanced loop techniques. We'll explore scenarios like nested loops. This code demonstrates a nested for loop in Bash, where there is an outer loop and an inner loop. The result is that the outer loop is executed 3 times, as I goes from 1 to 3. For each iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop is executed twice, as J goes from 1 to 2. This structure creates a nested loop pattern where the outer loop and inner loop messages are printed to the screen. Let's look at an example of using a loop to automate a task that would be tedious to do manually. You'll see how loops can save you time and effort in your daily sysadmin work. This script demonstrates how to use a for loop to rename a series of files with a .txt extension by adding a prefix new underscore to their names. So, in this script, it goes through each .txt file in the directory, creates a new name with the new underscore prefix, and then uses the mv command to rename the file accordingly. This is a practical example of how loops can be used to automate repetitive tasks, such as renaming multiple files with a common pattern. Congratulations! You've just completed part 4 of our Bash Scripting from Basics to Advanced series, and you're now equipped with powerful loop scripting skills. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't hesitate to experiment and build your own scripts using loops. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to TempcoderTech for more in-depth tutorials on Sysadmin, Bash, PowerShell, Python, SQL, and much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy scripting!